Hey everyone, this is Chanyo66, and this is another video for the XUAV Talon. Just wanted to show where I'm at. So, all linkages are done on the wings, all the wiring is done, the gimbal is ready, I just need to mount the controller. The inside here, got all the wiring done except for FPV and my current sensor wire here. I need to put a tip on that. So we have all shielded wire running to the current sensor and back to the GPS. It actually Y's in here because the GPS sends a signal to the DOS and then sends it to the Hornet up front. So that way you get IMU and everything on there, or artificial horizon. So inside here, I have my ESC, which I ran a couple tests on it, and my motor only draws 6 amp, and this is a 45 amp ESC. So with that heatsink on there, even with no airflow, it doesn't even get warm to the touch. So I'm not worried about anything in there. Got to put my antenna on here, and that's going to run back to probably right about here and then come up, because I'm trying to make it as durable as possible for transportation, and so having it behind here, yeah, it's near the motor, but it'll be the most durable, and I'm not really planning on flying this more than like 5-10 miles away, so I should get plenty of signal right there. So on here I have my Dragon Link receiver. On the back it's just the wiring that goes to the 2 lost model alarms that actually are under the wing right there and under the wing on this side. Actually not, they're right under the back of the wing. And they're pretty loud because I ported them to the outside. So the wiring for the wings, they just plug into a wiring harness that runs back to the FY DOS. The DOS is hooked up back there. The wiring from that goes up to my Dragon Link. And then I just have one signal wire that needs to run up to my Hornet for the video switch. Which I don't usually use because I just fly in one mode all the time, but it's nice to have just in case. And then on this front plate, this first section to right here is my current sensor, and I have 2 leads coming off of it. That way I can plug in, one's hard mounted to it and the other one is a dongle down there, so I can plug in wherever needed. So this would work good for the bottom pack, and then if I throw a second one in here, I can plug into this top. On the back of it, let's see if I can get a good shot here. The ESC plugs directly into there. This is not focusing. So the ESC plugs in. This connector is the back of the current sensor, and so the ESC plugs in, and then it just runs over to it. Then right next to the current sensor, this other shrink tubed area, is a 12 volt regulator that supplies power to my Hornet. So this is actually tapped in right behind both of these connectors, and gets power and just sends it over this one little wire here. And that's about it for there. The current sensor wire actually comes out the bottom, and I did all shielded. That's going to go up to the Hornet, and that'll provide it with all of the data from the flight pack. The Brushless Gimbal is mounted on there from the last video I posted, so nothing really changed there. My flight camera is going to be mounted right in here but I'm hoping to set it sort of flat so that I can, because I don't want this exact 45 that they have right now, because that'd work good for like ground shots, but not really for flying. So I'm planning on tipping it a little bit, because I don't really care if this is in view. So I'll probably tip it up a little bit. And that is about it. Currently it's a little bit behind CG. It's a little tail heavy. Even with the flight camera, the 1000 milliamp battery for the gimbal, and the 400 milliwatt video transmitter. But I think adding the Mad Mushroom to the top here will give it that little bit that it needs to get right on CG. So that is the current build. Hope this thing flies pretty quick. Or hope this thing is actually in the air pretty quick. Sorry, it's pretty late here. Oh, one last thing is the servos I used for the wing. They are, let's see if I can get it up here. They're the Turnigy 555 MG wing servos. They are 4.1 kilograms of torque, I guess you would say. So they're a little bit stronger than most people have been using, and they're 25 grams. So they're a lot lighter than some of the other servos I was looking to put in there. I did have to cut out a tiny bit to put them in, but that wasn't an issue. It's just like the two servos that I put back here. See if we can get a shot of their label. They are the Turnigy TGY 9018MG. Those had to be cut a little bit as well, but they fit in there. So that way everything is Metal Gear all the way around, and should be pretty reliable. So the only things now is FPV gear, and I'm going to be adding a capacitor for the 5 volt rails and a capacitor for the 12 volt rails, just to stabilize power on here from any spikes. Currently the 3 amp BEC should be alright, but I'm going to go to a redundant setup, and we'll see how it does. So check back soon to see how this thing progresses.